Hi.
Where have we just been?
The hospital.
What for?
A certain scan.
A certain scan of what? Ah! We're having a baby! That's not a very good photo. We had some complications with the scan because I drank my pint of water before I went in, like an hour before, and then we went in and she was like, oh, your bladder's empty, go sit outside for 15 minutes and drink some more water. Yes. So I drank like 1 2/3 of a cup, and then I went back in and she was like, I'm gonna leave you for half an hour, drink more water. So I drank 3 extra cups of water on top of all that, and I'm pregnant so I need to pee a lot. And then she was like, oh, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to come back in for another appointment. And then they booked it in for next week at 8 AM.
Sometimes.
But we've known about this for so long, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's been really hard keeping it a secret. Because obviously I'm starting to get like a tiny bump, and like obviously I am just fat, but I am getting like a tiny bump. But I have like holiday fat because I ate so much on the holiday. But I also have like a tiny little bump underneath it, which is like pushing the fat out even more. And in the tiny food video, there were so many shots of my belly that I had to cut out because you could tell, like you could just tell.
Okay.
My mum watched it. Yeah. Oh, I was going to record the phone call, but she doesn't like people recording her and stuff. Because she rang me and because I posted the picture on Facebook. Because we finally told people today, which is why we're filming this today. But we're going to have to we're going to have to record again next week at the other scan about the next photo that we're getting. But we only got 1 copy of the photo this time because obviously it's not a very good photo. It just looks like a little bean. There was so many opportunities for her to get a good photo.
In the first 5 minutes.
In the first 5 minutes we went in, the baby looked so calm, so peaceful, looked really big on the screen. I cried. In my head I was just like, oh my god, this is real, there's a real baby inside of me. I was like, oh my god, I have to protect it now, even though like I've been like worried about everything for the past 3 months. Well, 2.5 months that I've known. Because we knew at 2 weeks, we knew. And now I'm 11 to 12 weeks. We won't find out until next week because she said I'm like between 11 and 12 weeks. She just can't like place it. It was meant to be my 12-week scan because the midwife placed me a lot further along as like halfway through. I was meant to be halfway through 12 weeks today. But then the ultrasound sonographer said I'm between 11 weeks and 2 days and 11 weeks and 6 days. But we have to wait until next week to find out. Are you excited for the baby?
Yeah.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
I'm really, like, at first, neither of us wanted it. At first we were going to put the baby up for adoption because we don't have jobs. And we didn't know how we were going to support a baby. But then I just thought, like, I don't want to have a baby and give it up. And I told Callum, and at first he like wasn't okay with it because he didn't want a baby either. He's 21. Well, he was 20 at the time. I was 18 at the time. And now I'm 19. But then he came around to the idea when we started looking. I think it was when we finally started looking at baby stuff is when you came around to the idea. Or when I started writing my pregnancy diary, which is just a bunch of letters for my baby to read when he or she grows up. We both really hope it's a boy, don't we?
Yeah.
Because I don't like I don't like children. No, but I don't like little girls. They're just so annoying and bratty. I mean, like, to anyone I know who has a little girl, that's not about your kid. But I just find little girls so annoying. I mean, little boys can be annoying too, but like, I'd rather raise a boy. I don't know why, I've just always like had this like thought that if I was going to have a kid, I would raise a boy, and I would raise a good boy, one that has morals, one that has ethics, you know, one that knows no means no. I know it's a bit early to start thinking about that, but I just like, I've been through some stuff and I don't want anyone to have to go through that same stuff because of my kid. Do you know what I mean? Like, that would be the worst, like finding out that someone I raised, someone I have loved and put everything into has just like hurt someone so badly. Do you know what I mean? I can't deal with that. So how do you feel?
Tired.
How do you feel now that people know?
Tired.
Okay. Well, we
hungry.
did wake up at 7 o'clock for the scan, which was at 9. And then next week it's at 8, so we have to wake up at like 5:30 because I have to drink more water than I did today.
Yeah.
And I drank a lot of water today. I think if I drink the amount that I drank in total, but like all at once, I feel like I might be sick though. I've had really bad morning sickness. It's been hard to hide it from people. Callum's parents figured it out the week before we went to Spain because of how bad my morning sickness was. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I've had really bad morning sickness, so I don't think I can like down loads of water because I was feeling really sick today, even today when I was drinking it slowly. So I don't think I can down a load of water because I know I'm supposed to start drinking at 7 if my appointment's at 8, but I think instead of rushing it down at 7, I'm gonna between 6 and 7 try and just drink it all because then it'll be in my bladder for 8 and not wee. I'm not allowed to wee. My bladder wasn't empty today though because I had such a long wee after the appointment. She said my bladder was empty, but then like 2 minutes after we left the appointment, after we'd got his photos and stuff, I went to the toilet and I was peeing for, I kid you not, like 15 seconds. It was just like constantly coming. And then I've just had a massive pee again, but I think that's just because I was drinking so much. There were so many opportunities for her to get a better photo.
I know.
I'm really annoyed. Hey.
Hello.
Where have you just been?
Hospital. Are you
For what?
the scan?
What scan?
Pregnant?
How far am I?
13 weeks today.
13 weeks today. And we got a better scan photo. I'll show you it when I get home though, because I don't want to get it out because it's raining. What are we doing the rest of the day?
Eating food.
Eating food. Oh, we're going to eat food now. I'm paying. Bloody have to, don't I?
Alright. Who's paid every other time? It's great.
Hi. Where are we?
Speak.
What's that?
A rock.
Can I see? Did you put ketchup on it?
Yeah.
Is it really nice?
I haven't.
This is my traditional breakfast. Thank you. My god, I look so bad. Hi. Do you want to come sit? Please? We had the ultrasound on Tuesday and it's now Saturday. We just forgot to film like the actual showing of the photo. We've since then not really done much
Oh no.
in terms of like baby stuff. We bought was it Tuesday we bought the bear?
The bear. It wasn't Tuesday.
It was Thursday. We bought baby's first teddy bear. It's a Build-A-Bear. We're not showing
That
it
was
just
like 2 weeks ago.
I don't know. But we're not showing it just because it's kind of private. No one's seen it except us, me and Callum, and the person who put the stuff in it for us.
Yeah.
But we got a little birth certificate. So that's in there. It's got one of the potential baby names on. I don't want to say him yet, because I don't want to jinx it. But we have a boy name and a girl name picked out, and the boy name is on the certificate because we really hope it's a boy. But if it's not, then my little girl will have a nice little bear called a boy name.
I'll just hold the bear instead of the baby.
Yeah, he'll cuddle the bear and I'll cuddle the baby. But yeah, oh my god, we need to show the photo. We got a much better photo this time. I'm still quite disappointed because the wiggly bit at the top is the arm. Look, that's like a whole baby. I'm 13 weeks and however many days it's been since Tuesday, because on Tuesday I was 13 weeks exactly. And everyone I've like watched or read about has like their morning sickness stopped at 14 weeks. So I'm really hoping and praying that my morning sickness is going to end this week or next week. Because I just don't know how much longer I can deal with it without like cutting my head off. But I've been feeling the baby move a little bit. Callum can't feel it because
It's not inside me.
yeah, it's not inside him. But like when he puts his hand there, he can't feel it, which is really sad. But when the baby gets like a bit bigger, he'll be able to feel it from the outside, which will be really cute, really nice bonding moment for us. But the squiggly line above his head, that's his arm. I
So
say
like a hook.
I say his. I don't know if it's a he. I'm just assuming.
Oh boy. Say enough, it's true.
Yeah, if you say it enough, it'll come true. No, I've just been referring to the baby as a he for probably since I found out. We found out at 2 weeks. Like, I had an inkling. You know how you just like think, like you have like intuition? I think women just like know. Because I remember we were on the way to the caravan with your dad, and we went into Sealand's pub and I had a drink, and then I was like, wait, I just feel like I might be pregnant. So I didn't have another drink, I had a slushy, and Callum's dad was judging me for having a slushy. He was like, why should I have another drink? So Callum pretended it was about my blood, because I have had bad blood. By Taylor Swift. Sure.
Never be more disgrace.
Then the day after, we drove back from the caravan, and I got a pregnancy test, and it said no matter how faint the line, it's a positive, and there was a really faint line, and we were both hoping that it just didn't mean anything. We were like, oh, maybe that was there before, but like I knew it wasn't. I was just like hoping. I was just like telling myself that I wasn't pregnant. And then it was Darcy's birthday party shortly after that, and I told Naomi that I might be. And Naomi, obviously everyone knows about her now anyway, but she told me that she was pregnant, that she was, I think she was 9 weeks at the time. And then I had to keep that secret as well as my own. I was like, bloody hell. Then Naomi got some clear blue tests that say how far along you are. And it said 2 to 3 weeks, and I was like, okay, I'm definitely pregnant then. I was like really scared. I remember I was sat in Naomi's and Callum was there, and I was like, Callum, I'm gonna go pee on this now. Like, are you gonna come? And then he came with me, and then immediately like it came up saying pregnant. It just like didn't say how far, and I was just like, hon, you better come up with the word not. But we were both obviously like excited now.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, Callum's excited, but like I'm really excited. I'm not excited to give birth because that's gonna be bloody painful, but
I'm gonna miss sleep so much.
I already miss sleep. I don't get sleep anymore because there's a bloody baby inside me.
I'm gonna have no sleep and be waking up early.
No, but like
I'm just gonna rent a hotel.
no, but like when we get our own place, I told you I'm having a single bed in the baby's room, and I'm sleeping next to the baby, and you're sleeping in our bed. Until
With Lucy.
with Lucy. Just because he has got university and he just really needs to be focusing on that. But the baby's not due until March. It's currently September. I like ran out of storage, but I just wanted to finish the video off by saying obviously we're both really excited for the baby. And there's going to be more like baby related stuff on my channel now that people know, because I love watching pregnancy YouTubers, and I think lots of people will enjoy it too, like buying stuff for the baby and setting up the nursery and stuff. Obviously we need to get our own place before we can do that, but we're looking at private rented. Like we were looking all last night, we stayed up so late just looking at houses, so hopefully we'll get somewhere soon, because we've got a lot of baby stuff to buy and not a lot of time to get it in. So anyway, that's it. Bye. Peace. That's a joke. That was a joke. I'm not Barbie.